Well, greetings everybody. I have something here that I'd like to see if you can solve. Okay, so I'll read through the question and then I'll talk about what aspect of this question I think it's important to understand, as well as telling you a little bit of a hint to get started if you're not sure what to do. Okay, so it goes like this. Suppose we have two alloys. Okay, so an alloy is a mixture of metals. So we have one alloy that is 10% titanium, and then the other 90% something else. Okay, so one alloy, 10% of it is titanium, and then another one where 25% of it is titanium. Okay, now you would think that if we mix these two together, we would get something in between 10 and 25%. Like we would get a mixture that had more than 10% titanium in it, but less than 25%. Okay, so sure enough, we want to mix them together and get 100 grams exactly of an alloy that's 16% titanium. Okay, all right, so that's the situation. So first we understand the situation, right? Then the question is, well, how much of each of these starting individual alloys, 10%, 25%, should we mix to attain that 100 grams that's 16%? Okay. All right. So like I said, I think it'd be reasonable. It makes sense that if you mix these two together, you'd get some concentration between 10 and 25%. So getting a 16% mixture seems entirely possible, but let me go about it like this. I want you to understand why you proceed to work the problem in the way that you do. I know that you can look up formulas and so on and write them down and plug the numbers into them, but I don't think that that's all that important actually. It's not that hard to look up a formula and plug your numbers into it and do the calculations. Okay, I'd like you to see why we would proceed with the formulas and equations that we use. Okay, so let's say that when I solve this problem, I'm going to use variables. Like I don't know how much of each alloy I'm going to need, so I'll use x and y. I'll say x is the number of grams of the 10% alloy and y is the number of grams of the 25% alloy. And then my thinking would go like this, that we're going to mix things together, right? We're going to mix so many grams of the 10% titanium mixture, and then we're going to mix that with so many other grams of the 25% mixture, and we're going to get 100 grams of a 16% mixture. Now, this looks like an equation. This is just the way the thought happens in my head, but it kind of does look like an equation too. So here's where the equation aspect of it comes in. If this is x grams and it's 10% titanium, what does that actually mean? It means that if you take 0.1 times x, then that many grams is pure titanium. So in other words, if this was 100 grams and 10% of it was titanium, 10 grams would be titanium. 10 grams would be pure titanium. The rest would be something else. So this is the amount that's pure titanium in this mixture right here. In this other one, okay, you got y grams and 25% of it is titanium. Well, 0.25 times y is pure titanium. Again, if this was 100 grams and 25% of it was titanium, then 25 grams would be pure titanium within that mixture. All right. So I want to take this one and mix it with this one and get that one. And this one, it's 100 grams, 16% of it is titanium, so 0.16 times 100 is pure titanium. So it looks like something here would have to add up. All right, the number of grams of pure titanium in this right here, plus the number of grams of pure titanium in this, would have to equal the number of grams of pure titanium in the final mixture. All right, so that's how my thinking goes. I understand that not everybody thinks about it the same way, but I want you to think about it somehow rather than just copy a formula that you found somewhere else. So from here, here's what I'd like you to do. Consider my thoughts on it and tell me the answer, how much of each alloy should be mixed, okay? But also include your work, all right? Whatever equations, formulas that you use, your thought process, include that along with your answer, and then we'll go from there.